Hi, I'm Judy Copenbarger. Does money really bring happiness? Although it's difficult to determine whether people are really happy, we can usually get an idea from looking at their expressions, listening to their words, and understanding how they generally live. But is it true that people with more money are happier than those who are broke? Let's explore that question right after this. So does money really bring happiness? Does not having money take happiness away? Here are some thoughts for you to consider regarding your happiness. For decades now, my experience in counseling families and small business owners regarding their strategic financial planning has allowed me to observe people up close and personal. I have found that those with the most money are not necessarily the happiest or the unhappiest. There's actually not much of a correlation at all between wealth and happiness. This is not what we learn from our friends, society, or school, or the fairy tales, is it? Here's what I have observed. Money is a tool. Money can be used for good or bad, like a hammer in the hands of a small child. You can give them a hammer and they'll build a beautiful birdhouse or whack you on the knee with that hammer. It's just a tool, right? So philosophically, happiness has to come from inside. Money just can't do that. With this powerful tool of money, however, how can your values show up in your life to lead to that happiness? Let's explore those values. One value that you might have is time with family and people that you care about. Maybe it's money to travel the States or travel the world. Maybe money translates to freedom for you. Maybe money means peace and security. Maybe it's about lack of stress. Maybe it's about knowledge and education. We chose to educate our children through private schools. That was a big sacrifice. There were many things over the years as they were coming up that we did without or that we did differently because we wanted to have that tuition for them to attend schools of our choice. Big sacrifice. There are 5 kids, so it was a lot of education and a lot of dollars over the years. We also spent a lot of time, effort, and money regarding music. So our kids are all pretty much musical. They had music lessons from the start. They played many instruments, and you got to either rent or buy those instruments. We traveled all over the States, all over the world on tours for many of their performances. But it was a choice we made. The value was music, and it took money to get that done. Athletics, it takes money to sign your kids up for soccer or Little League or dance class. It takes money for the uniforms, for the special coaching lessons, pitching lessons, batting lessons. Maybe a value for you is being on a team. Maybe the value for you is succeeding in business. Maybe it's about having credentials or having special training or having the capitalization for a business that you've always wanted to start. Maybe your value is helping other people, anywhere from the soup kitchens to various humanitarian efforts around the world, taking mosquito nets to the folks in Africa, building wells. We had the honor years ago to go to Tanzania and serve there, and we were able to make sure that the hospitals got built and the books got into those Tanzania schools. And this is a place where they had 50 kids around one book before we started. And by the time we ended, we had container after container of books to make sure that those kids had something to learn from in those little schools. It makes you feel good, but it makes a difference. And that's a value for us. It takes money to achieve goals, to care for our families, to run our businesses and make a difference in our communities. So if we're thinking about happiness, and happiness comes from those things, and money can propel the process, then the more money, the better. Now here are 6 happiness tips for you. 1, to sustain a healthy and positive mindset, look for an alignment with your values and how you spend your money. Number 2, look for ways to improve the value of your life and happiness by adding time to your most important activities: family, travel, golfing, crafts, gardening. It might not take very much money, just some planning. Number 3, give value to your money and be intentional with how you earn it, how you spend it, how you manage it, how you protect it, and how you give it. 4, Find a way to be charitable. Help other people around you. The happiest people I know on the planet consistently help others by donating their time, talents, and resources and money to impact the lives of other people. 5, keep growing. Learn something new, meet a new friend, expand your personal world to consistently make your life better and to sustain your mental state and mindset. And finally, live proactively, not reactively. Live life on purpose and choose to be happy. You don't have to wait for things to happen to you to decide if you're happy or not. Go out and make it happen yourself. So we've taken time to explore that money may not be the be-all and end-all of creating happiness, but it helps. If you found value in this video, please take a moment to like it and share it with others who would enjoy watching it. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you can be among the first to see new videos as they're launched. I'm Judy Copenbarger. God bless.